Happy New Year, everyone! At what point of the year does it become weird to say that? Is it like middle of January, end of January? Have I reached that point already? Either way, how's the start of your year been? Have you set your New Year's resolutions? Have you had a strong start to the year?
What?
I love this time of year because it's a chance to really reflect on the past year and look at all the things that you did, look at all the things you enjoyed, look at areas you wish to improve. And it's a chance to look ahead to forecast all the things that you want this next year to look like. The elephant in the room. Help me find hay! New Year's resolutions tend to not stick. We have this initial excitement and then they're gone. A study revealed that only 9% of people successfully complete their New Year's resolutions by the time the end of the year happens, with 25% of people, 25%, quitting before the first week of the year. We're already at that point.
Get it together, man.
Now, before I dive into what I believe the solution to becoming a part of that 9% who get to the end of the year is, I just want to preface this video by saying I'm just some guy on YouTube offering my opinion, so take what works for you, leave out what doesn't, and just use this video to benefit you in the best way it possibly can. So now that we've gotten that out of the way, let's dive into it. The solution to actually making your New Year's resolution stick is to write a contract out for yourself. On January 1st, hungover as hell, my dad and I met for 8 hours to discuss what we want this year to look like. He decided his word of the year is execute, and I decided to answer this question in the form of a guiding question. And that question is this: what would the best version of myself do? The power of a contract, which is a written agreement stating exactly how you want the year to go,
Thanks, Captain Obvious.
is that it is a constant reminder of why you're doing everything you're doing. It gives you an added incentive to actually commit to the goals you set, or the habits you set, or the resolutions you set. And it really helps when you have someone else who is a part of the contract as well. So it's not just you against you. You have someone who can hold you accountable. In our lives, if you're scheduled to work at your job at your 9 to 5, you're gonna be there. If you have a doctor's appointment at 10 a.m., you're gonna be there. But why is it often different for ourselves in that it's, oh, I'll go to the gym later. Oh, I'll write that paper later. Why do we fail to show up for ourselves consistently? We tend to commit to others because we don't want to let them down. And, well, because we don't want to get fired.
You're fired!
But why do we treat ourselves differently? The year of 2023 for me is changing this mentality regarding the relationship I have with showing up for myself and treating it as if it's an actual commitment I have because, well, it is based on the contract. This Kobe Bryant snippet from the On Purpose podcast beautifully summarizes exactly what I've just talked about.
You're out running on the track, working out, and you start talking to yourself saying, man, my knee is really sore right now. Maybe I'm doing too much. Maybe I need to back off, you know. Man, my lungs are burning. Maybe I can just slow down here. I'll do like an extra 2 sets tomorrow. You know, it'll be okay, right? That sort of stuff. Like that stuff's dangerous.
Yes.
And that's when you just gotta say, you know what? I'm not negotiating with myself. The deal was already made. The deal was made. When I set out at the beginning of the summer and said, this is the training plan I'm doing, I signed that contract with myself. Doing it, you know. Throughout that process, you'll start talking to yourself like, man, I think I need to, maybe if we, nope, no, this is non-negotiable.
Non-negotiable.
Yeah.
How powerful is that? I watch that video often as it's exactly the roadmap for 2023. It's the year of committing to yourself as if you have a contract. And well, we do have a contract, my dad and I.
Buddy.
So at this point, you might be thinking, yeah, a contract, I get it. But what do you put in the contract? Is it one big goal? Is it habits? Is it objectives? My answer to this is like trying to get a straight answer out of a rabbi.
So where do they think they go when they die?
Well, you should try asking the rabbi. Although I should warn you, you might not get an answer.
So where do Jewish people think they go when they die?
Where do you think we go?
Well, I don't know. That's why I'm asking you. Why do you think you're asking all these questions? I just really want to know what happens.
Essentially, it boils down to this. Put what resonates with you in the contract. Some key questions I like to ask to formulate the contract and to kind of forecast my future are some questions I learned when James Clear was on the Tim Ferriss podcast. What are you optimizing for? What's your true objective here? Does the amount of time you're giving this match its true importance? What habits can carry towards your desired future? How can you create an environment that will naturally bring about your desired change? No matter what the content is in the contract, the overarching idea is this. It is a commitment to the process and a commitment to the type of person you wish to become. My dad and I physically printed out these contracts, signed them at the bottom, and I don't know what it was about this, but something about signing them at the bottom just made it feel more real, made it feel more official, made it feel like more of a commitment. My year is all about pushing myself as far as I can, and this video by Jordan Peterson here really summarizes why, especially at my age at 23, when I don't have a family, I don't really have many external commitments, that this is the best time to see how far you can go.
Push yourself beyond your limits of tolerance in your 20s to find out where it is. How much can you work? How disciplined can you become? Like, can you work 12 hours a day? Can you work 8 hours a day? Can you work 3 hours a day? Like, flat out. Where's your limit? And how much work can you do, and how much socialization? You should find out. Push yourself past and then back off to that point where it's optimally sustainable. It's good to think about that as a goal. It's like you're trying to discover what your limitations are when you're in your 20s, so that you can hit that edge, so that you can sustain yourself across the decades.
So on the days I don't feel like working, or on the days I just want to sit on my phone and numb myself, and procrastination comes in the door and just kind of tries to ruin your day, I will know in the back of my mind that I have committed to this contract. If you're still here watching, thank you so much. I really appreciate your viewership. I took some time off at the end of the year just to kind of refresh, reset, and a video once a week was honestly quite a lot with school and with work and with my other commitments. So I've actually decided this year, I think I'm gonna scale it back to a video every 2 weeks. I'm not sure how long this is gonna last. You might even see me next week. I don't know. Thank you so much. I will see you all very soon. 2023 is going to be an awesome year, and the contract is all the incentive we need to make that happen. I'll see you soon.